Hi, Brian here, and welcome back. I want to congratulate you on completing your first PLA, and in this instructional video, I will be covering the next steps in the PLA process. These include filling in your 10 quick goals, the GAJ sections, and the daily review process. When I'm finished explaining these sections and how they bring deeper meaning to the whole PLA process, I'll take a couple of minutes to explain the summary and full track pages. We'll start with the GAJ sections. Since you just completed scoring your first session, you access the chart page for session 1 by clicking on S1 here in the Chart Sessions panel. That takes us to the session 1 chart page. As explained in the previous video, your 10 lowest chart score items are automatically highlighted in red text. This shows you the areas of your life you have decided are most in need of your attention, and these will be the areas that you'll be working on first, and we'll begin with the needs categories. In this example, the lowest needs category score is Creativity Expression at a score of 5. We'll be using this category in this demonstration. We'll access the GAJ section for Creativity Expression by clicking on this little hand link or anywhere in the cell. And that takes us to the Creativity Expression description page. You then click on the N7 page identifier, and that takes you to the top of the GAJ section for Creativity Expression. Every description page works like this. Here we see the title for this page, Creativity Expression, Personal Goals, Affirmations, and Journaling. When we take the first letter of each main word, that is where we get the acronym GAJ. As I'm explaining this GAJ page and the various templates it contains, I'll also be explaining why each of the template sections were included and how you can use them to attain higher scores in needs fulfillment, virtue strengthening, and life skills development. The chart scoring reveals where you are in these areas, but it's the PLA life skill practices that will help you raise your scores, and that is where the transformational benefits of the PLA program will really come to life for you. If you have any experience with personal growth work, read books on the subject, taken courses, etc., you will see the many proven, principled practices that these GAJ sections contain. You will find these practices will create a synergistic effect on helping you achieve positive, loving outcomes in your personal life and in your relationships. When designing the GAJ pages, I needed to take into account that not everyone would be working on the same needs categories. Each person's scores are individual. As well, low scores you have in one week's session may be different in the next week's session. So each GAJ page for the needs categories contains the same templates customized to that particular needs category. There are template spaces for writing out gratitude statements, goals for needs fulfillment, your passionate reasons why, objectives, which are the steps of your goals, strategies for accomplishing your objectives, and journaling your opportunities. Therefore, once you are familiar with the layout of one GAJ page, you will be familiar with all of them. Each needs category GAJ page begins with these paragraphs customized to that needs category, your creativity expression, goals, and affirmation statements. So whenever a needs category is referred to on a particular page, for example on this page it's Creativity Expression, on the other needs category GAJ pages, Creativity Expression would be replaced by the needs category of that page. If this was the Autonomy Freedom page, then it would say Autonomy Freedom. If the Connection Community page, then Connection Community, and so on. The purpose of this Creativity Expression, Personal Goals, Affirmations, and Journaling page is to 1. Set goals to achieve greater needs fulfillment in creativity expression. Scrolling down a bit, we come to the goal setting template shown here. My desired manifestations, and these are your broad-based goals. I am manifesting these goal outcomes to experience complete fulfillment of my need for creativity expression. There are 3 template spaces to write in. More can be added, but we'll be coming back to this. Going back to the top, the second purpose of this page is to determine your passionate reasons why these goals are important to you. This is very important. One of the 2 main reasons people fail to achieve their goals is because their reasons why were not strong enough. They weren't passionate enough about them. So you want to really focus your heart and mind on why these goals are so important to you. Scrolling down again, the Passionate Reasons Why template section is underneath the Goal Setting section. Going back to the top again, the third purpose of this page is to set objectives you need to attain, the steps of your goals, to achieve fulfillment in creativity expression. And the fourth purpose, as you will see, is tied to the third. Develop heart-directed, well-thought-through strategies to achieve your creativity expression, objectives, and goals. Scrolling down again, the Objectives and Strategies template is underneath the Passionate Reasons Why section. There are 5 templates you can use for this. To reiterate, a goal is broad-based. The objectives are the steps you need to attain to achieve your goal. So you need to carefully consider what these steps are. You can also think of objectives as being mini goals. Again, we'll be coming back to each of these template sections as I will be filling in each of the templates as an example, and this will really help to clarify how all this works. We'll go back to the top once more and look at the 5th purpose. Keep yourself on track by reminding yourself through your weekly PLAs and your daily reviews of your creativity expression, objectives, and goals, and your strategies for achieving them. It would be difficult to overemphasize the importance of this 5th step, because it's so easy to get distracted in our busy world. This is the reason why consistency, the 17th HCR virtue, is so important, and why I highly recommend doing weekly PLAs and 1 or 2 quick daily PLA reviews, just 2 to 5 minutes each morning and evening. It's the cumulative effect of the weekly PLA sessions and the quick daily reviews that really help to keep you on track. In this paragraph, I explain, this 5-step process is the practicing of the virtue of self-reliance and will help you to achieve greater fulfillment of your need for creativity expression, as well as to develop your inherent heart wisdom. You develop your inner wisdom through practice by consciously connecting with your heart and making the best decision that you can at the most appropriate time that you can discern. So when you are doing a weekly PLA, a daily PLA review, or filling out these GAJ sections, you are both practicing and engaged in a practice. You are practicing the practice of thinking about what is important to you and why, and setting goals, objectives, and strategies to achieve what is important to you. The more you practice, the better you will get at the practice, and you will most definitely experience the benefits of this time you invest in yourself. The more consistent you are, the more you will benefit. In a couple of minutes, I'll show you how to fill in these templates, but first I'm going to explain a bit more. Scrolling down a couple of paragraphs, in this paragraph I'm explaining that there are template spaces below. In these paragraphs, I'm explaining it's not necessary to fill in all the templates in any section to do it right, or to benefit from the time you invest. What I don't want to happen to you is for you to feel overwhelmed. Remember the little Jommet learning curve explanation in the last video? Gist of it, hang of it, own it, master it? Learning anything new takes some time, but if your reasons why this is important to you are strong enough, in a short period of time you will get very comfortable with how the PLA works, and how easy it is to do heart-centered work within it, to navigate around in it, and to be able to easily find and keep your thoughts, goals, objectives, and strategies organized in one place. And these proven principles are absolutely key in being both effective and efficient in accomplishing what you desire to manifest in your character and in your life. Going back to the paragraphs, an excellent guideline to follow is to consistently focus on your goals, the reason why your goals are important to you, and your strategies for achieving them. For this focus will move you towards achieving your heart's desires. Remember, your overall goal is not perfection, but rather consistent growth. You can fill in an entire page in one sitting, or complete the templates you choose to fill out in bite-sized pieces. You can then review different sections you have filled out in your PLA daily review times. Consistently filling in and reviewing different sections over time ensures the benefits of repetition required for mastery, as well it meets your need for variety, which is important to keep you consistently interested and motivated to continue the process. When working any of the GAJ pages, I always recommend beginning with the gratitude section. I'll scroll up to bring this section to the top of the page. As I'm using the creativity expression GAJ page in these instructions, I'll provide some examples related to that needs category in the gratitude statements section. Every needs category has 2 main related needs. In the creativity expression needs category, these are 1, creativity, and 2, expression. Whenever you do something creative, you are also meeting your need to express yourself. Expression in this needs category also has to do with communication. Regarding creative expression, our need to use our skills, gifts, and talents to express our creative potential, and regarding communication expression, we also have a need to be able to express our thoughts and feelings effectively. I'll be addressing these two aspects of creativity expression in the gratitude statements I will be writing as examples. This note paragraph provides some guidelines to consider when writing your gratitude statements, and I'm going to ask you to pay special attention to this paragraph and the next. List both what you are grateful for in terms of what you are realizing becoming aware of related to your need for creativity expression, as well as what you are grateful for regarding the ways in which your need for creativity expression is currently being met. Remember, you expand what you focus on. Thus, by focusing on how your needs in a category are currently being met, setting intention on achieving greater fulfillment in a needs category, and then by taking actions that are in harmony with your intention, you will effectively expand the meeting of that basic human need in your experience. What I have just read contains truly transformational thought processes. Let me give you a personal story example. When I was first developing the PLA, one of the first Gaj pages I filled out was for Needs Category 2, Connection Community. I was in a small town in Colorado and didn't have much contact with others, mostly because completing the work I needed to do was so time-consuming and resources were limited. So my need for connection community wasn't being met at a level that felt satisfying. As I began writing out what I was grateful for in terms of how my needs for connection community were being met, I realized I was much more connected than I thought. I had telephone conversations, email exchanges, electricity coming to the house, plumbing and water supply, stores I could shop at and chat with people while there, and I could get just about anything I needed without even leaving the house through Amazon. That changed how I was thinking about connection from that point on. That's the power of appreciation and gratitude. It changes how you are perceiving situations. And well, that changes how you feel. It causes you to feel better. Even though the situation hasn't changed, you have changed. I'm working in the gratitude statements section. And here is where the gratitude statement templates are. And you see that I have starter sentences in this section. Down below in the goals section, I simply start each sentence with right here. So to write, you click on the word write, drag across, release the mouse, and begin typing. The reason I have starter sentences in the gratitude statements is one, of course it makes sense to start each statement sentence with I am grateful. And second, to emphasize the importance of realization and awareness of what you do have to be grateful for, which I just covered. So in the first starter sentence, we see the word realize, and in the second, the word aware. Here are the 4 gratitude statements I wrote as examples for this section. A. I am grateful that my PLA session helped me to realize how important expressing myself creatively is to my enjoyment of life. B. I am grateful I have become aware that I need to take more time to do what I love. For you, this could be to cook, to paint, to build, to play music, to write, etc. C. I am grateful for my desire to learn how to communicate more effectively, to express myself in ways that make it easier for people to understand me. And D. I am grateful I have great friends who allow me to express myself freely. Since creativity expression has never been one of my low scores, I'm going to the Contribution Fulfillment Gaj page, which has been one of my past low scores, to share my personal experience with how this section helped me. These were goals I had before I had completed my book and launched my HCR business. In the goals section, I listed just one goal, but it was a big one. One single focus goal for this needs category because I knew what attaining this goal would mean to me. Make a success of my HCR business. However, in my passionate reasons why this goal was important to me, I had several reasons I wanted to express and remind myself of through the process of completing the work required to achieve my goal. You see, this is written in the first person to truly personalize these statements. Why I am passionate about experiencing my contribution fulfillment goals. So my passionate reasons were, this is part of the fulfillment of my unique potential. Because it is really important to me to contribute to the well-being of others by helping them learn how to live and relate in more peaceful, productive, and enjoyable ways. To experience the beautiful feelings of fulfillment the achievement of this goal will cause within me, and last, to do my part in making the world a better place. These were all powerful reasons why, for me, achieving this goal was so important to me. Underneath the Passionate Reasons Why section is the My Contributions Fulfillment Goal Objectives as Strategies for Accomplishment. Here I'm clarifying the difference between broad-based goals and objectives. Objectives are specific accomplishments required to achieve your goals. A strategy is how you intend to accomplish each objective. So the title starts the process. The objectives I am achieving to realize my contribution fulfillment goals. So my main objectives were 1. Complete my book. My strategy to achieve this was to spend 4 hours per day writing. My achievement date was within 3 months, or in this case, April 1st. Objective 2 was complete the PLA program. The strategy to achieve, spend 10 hours per week developing, achievement date within 3 months. Objective 3 was complete the HCR website. The strategy to achieve, list and organize all that is required to achieve this, achievement date, the organization list within 7 days, and the website complete within 45 days. The last section in the left column is the affirmation statements. My imagination optimization. What I am seeing, hearing, and feeling now because of feeling completely fulfilled in my need for contribution fulfillment. What I want to draw your attention to are the words I am. As explained in Chapter 4 of my book, in the Lapo Meditation section, I am statements are the most powerful creative statements you can make. I am statements are not a denial of where you currently are in your life or what you have currently attained. Rather, they are a creative statement reflecting your recognition of your power to create the feeling state of what you desire to be real now, not at some point in the future. The most powerful way to create that which you desire to be and to have in your life is to first feel this desire as being real now. More than anything else, reality will follow that which you believe and feel to be real now, and then to take action based on that belief. Therefore, the positive affirmation I am statements are about focusing on who you truly desire to be as a person, your character, spiritual maturity, and what you desire to manifest in your life, your physical world, not on what your current circumstances, character development, or spiritual maturity happen to be. Because of the importance of I am statements, you will also notice them in the gratitude statements, what I am grateful for, the desired manifestation statements, I am manifesting, in the passionate reasons why statements, why I am passionate about, and in the my goal objective statements, the main objectives I am achieving. Going back to the sentence, what I'm seeing, hearing, feeling now, each of us has 3 learning modalities: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, or feeling. We are usually stronger in one learning modality than the other 2. However, by combining all 3 learning modalities in the following imagination optimization practice, you will strengthen your imagination believe manifestation capabilities. This practice involves imagining seeing, hearing, and feeling your desired manifestations as being realized now, and the statements are written out like this: what I am seeing, what I am hearing, what I am feeling. The B lines focus on what you imagine others will experience because of you achieving your goals. This is important because it is the quality of our relationships with others that is the most important factor in determining our feelings of happiness and well-being. And the C line is generic. Here's what I wrote in these sections for contribution fulfillment. I am seeing myself celebrating my accomplishments. I am seeing others happy that they supported me. I am seeing abundance in my life. Under hearing, I am hearing myself tell others they can achieve their goals. I am hearing others thanking me for how I've helped them. I am hearing myself speaking at seminars. Under feeling, I am feeling strong and secure. I am feeling that others are enjoying being around me. I am feeling enormously appreciative and grateful. As I explained in chapters 3 and 4 in my book, each of us has been endowed by God's spirit life with the ability to create, to manifest that which is now in the unseen or yet unrealized, into both our inner world, character development and spiritual maturity, and our external world, physical health, relationships, finance, and material objects. You will reflect into your realization, your actual life experiences, that which you most consistently focus on. and you will most effectively manifest what you desire to have happen in your life in ratio to the strength of your belief that what you desire is real now and will soon show up in your life. Remembering, as explained in Chapter 3, that your heart has a very powerful electromagnetic field, 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. It is the quality of the energy output our heart consistently emanates that most affects our life, as well as the lives of others. Thus, it is the quality of our heart's energy field that ultimately determines what we manifest in our character, our physical reality, and the feelings of fulfillment and meaningfulness we experience in our life and in our relationships. By consistently seeing, hearing, and feeling your desired manifestations as happening now, you are continually sending out instructions to God, Spirit, Life, as the co-creator that you are, the specifics of what you desire to manifest in your life. It is also very important to realize that the more your desired manifestations have the intention of improving your life through improving the quality of others' lives, the more fulfilling the realization of your manifestations will be. In his book, Getting Things Done, David Allen writes, "It's easy to envision something happening if it has happened before or you have had experience with similar successes. It can be quite a challenge, however, to identify with images of success if they represent new and foreign territory. Many of us hold ourselves back from imagining a desired outcome unless someone can show us how to get there. Unfortunately, that's backwards in terms of how our minds work to generate and recognize solutions and methods. One of the most powerful life skills and one of the most important to hone and develop for both professional and personal success is creating clear outcomes. We need to constantly define and redefine what we're trying to accomplish on many different levels and consistently reallocate resources towards getting these tasks completed as effectively and efficiently as possible. This is why working these GAJ sections will bring so many benefits to you. For this will help you hone and develop what David Allen is saying is so important. To challenge yourself to envision outcomes you've yet to achieve and to carefully define and redefine engaging the HCR virtues of foresight and reflection and to be consistent at doing this until you achieve the outcome you desire." That completes the left column instructions. We'll now take a few minutes to explain the right column. And we'll start with these opening paragraphs. My personal insight notes. The purpose of this section is to identify the HCR virtues and life skills that will most help you achieve your contribution fulfillment goals, as well as to journal about opportunities that are coming into your awareness related to how you can attain greater feelings of fulfillment in your need for contribution fulfillment. Attaining needs fulfillment is an organic learning experiencing process. For achieving high-level fulfillment in all needs categories simultaneously is dependent on the spiritual maturity you have attained through the development of your character, and character development can only be achieved through virtuous living. Therefore, achieving high scores in all needs categories will mean you have grown and developed your total SPEM self, the spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your humanity. With this awareness, identify the 3 HCR virtues you feel you need to strengthen in your character in order to achieve higher feelings of fulfillment in your need for contribution fulfillment. So here's where you identify what you determine will be the key virtues for you. The virtues are, of course, listed here in the Virtues Chart session pages. You can also access the Needs Virtues graphic from the home page. The 3 virtues I identified to help me achieve my goal of making a success of the HCR business were foresight, courage, and perseverance. In the next section, you identify the 3 key HCR life skills you feel you need to practice to strengthen your adherence to the 3 virtues you listed above. The guideline for choosing the life skills is list 1 life skill for each virtue. I chose SPEM self-goal setting, Body 5 Daily, and Routine Systems Development. SPEM self-goal setting is the practicing of the virtue of foresight. Let's have a quick look at the first paragraph of the description for foresight. The act of thoughtfully looking ahead, goal setting, planning for the purpose of achieving goals, formulating strategies, routines, and systems that, when implemented, will improve your use of time and of all resources for which you are responsible. That description makes it quite evident why I chose that virtue as being key to achieving my goal. Body 5 Daily is about the 5 key practices for body health: breathing, water, diet, sleep, rest, and optimistic body posture. These are all key to optimizing body function and feeling well, which makes it much easier to be courageous and to persevere. Routine systems development is also the practice of foresight, and because it helps you stay on top of that which is most important in supporting your efforts, it also makes it easier to be courageous and to persevere because supporting systems help prevent feelings of overwhelm. The last section is the journaling section, identifying my contribution fulfillment growth opportunities. In short, these paragraphs explain that God Life desires to have us experience fulfillment of our needs. However, this is a co-creation cooperative process, and therefore the opportunities for attaining greater needs fulfillment that life brings to us require virtuous responses. In other words, each of us must do our part to experience greater needs fulfillment. Use the Right Here space at the bottom of this section to journal, specifically to identify, in this case, your contribution fulfillment growth opportunities that are coming into your awareness. Focus on what is currently taking place in your life, be it inspirational creative thoughts, chance experiences, or opportunities that are being presented to you. You then write these out in this Right Here space. Okay, that covers the needs category GAJ pages, and I hope you are excited about what working these GAJ pages sections will do for you. Now I'll cover the virtues GAJ pages. The left column, GAJ templates for the virtues, are the same as the needs categories, where you follow the same strategies for achieving greater development and strengthening of the virtues in your character as you do in achieving needs fulfillment. The differences between the needs categories and the virtues templates is in the right column, as explained in this top paragraph. Expanding appreciation awareness and positive loving cognitive journaling. In this section, the meaning of the virtue of appreciation is expanded upon. Following this, various cognitive journaling exercises are explained. Thoughtfully reading these segments and engaging in the journaling exercises will significantly increase your awareness of the heart power that will become available to you through becoming more appreciative. As explained in the PLA introduction video, the PLA may well contain the most comprehensive overall meaning of the 24 HCR virtues contained in one place, which includes the descriptions used for scoring and the expanded definitions contained in the Virtues GAJ sections, the latter of which are not contained in my book. In most of the expanded virtues definitions, I identify 2 key factors to consider. For example, empathy factor 1 is listening to your heart wisdom, factor 2 is listening to others. For compassion, compassion for yourself, and compassion for others. However, for other virtues, there are more factors. Reflection has 6, foresight 4, acceptance 3, and sincerity 4. When we consider sincerity, for example, we may say of a person, he or she is very sincere. Or we may ask someone, are you being sincere? However, sincerity has element factors I had never considered until I started looking at what causes both internal and external conflicts. Once I realized that all conflicts are caused by a lack of adherence to a virtue, I took coming to understand the virtues much more seriously. For example, true adherence to sincerity requires careful consideration of the following, all of which are clarified in this section. Sincerity in all communications, in all you do for others, in all you do for yourself, and in requesting of others, not demanding. So I encourage you to take the time, over time, to read these expanded descriptions of the HCR virtues, especially on your low-scoring virtues, but as well for any virtue you feel drawn to learn more about. Underneath the expanded descriptions of the virtues is the positive loving journaling section, of which there are 7 different approaches you can use. Positive loving journaling has been well researched and proven to be a highly effective awareness clarifying practice. This helps us to understand ourselves better, resulting in powerful personal growth transformation. This is precisely why I developed this comprehensive journaling template section. I won't explain any more in this instructional video, For each of these segments are self-explanatory, and it's best to put them to use for yourself to personally experience how they will help you develop and strengthen the virtues in your character, and how this strengthening will help you make better decisions in your life, especially concerning how to respond in positive, loving ways to challenging situations rather than reacting negatively. That completes the instructions for the Virtues GAJ pages. Simply remember that the left column contains the same templates as the needs categories, but customized to the virtues. And the right columns contain expanded descriptions of the virtues, as well as a comprehensive journaling section. The GAJ sections for the life skills also contain the same templates as the needs categories and virtues, but customized to the life skill of that page. And the right columns contain the full description for that life skill taken from my book. The final 3 sections to cover in this video are the 10 Quick Goals page, daily reviews, and the summary and full track pages, and these will only take 5 minutes to explain. I'm clicking on the 10 Quick Goals button, which takes us to that page. The GAJ sections that I just covered are for your bigger goals and objectives. The 10 Quick Goals page provides a simple, focused momentum on working on your 10 lowest scoring items in bite-sized pieces. Here's the space for your lowest cornerstone virtue. Here are your 3 lowest needs category scores. Here are your 3 lowest foundational virtue scores, and underneath your 3 lowest life skill scores, which you can scroll down to or click this button here. Each panel provides a place to type in the virtue, needs category, or life skill, your goal for the week, and your strategy to accomplish. If, for example, appreciation was your lowest cornerstone virtue score, you would write in appreciation. Your goal might be to become more appreciative, and your strategy to accomplish to read the description for that virtue once per day, or perhaps to start a daily gratitude journal. And this schedule line is to remind you of the importance of putting down in your schedule or daily routine when you plan to implement your strategy. If you have scheduled it, then you can bold yes. If something is truly important to you to accomplish, you will schedule a time to do it. The session panel links allow you to quickly go to your current session. Here I'm clicking S1. You note your lowest items. Then to get back to the 10 Quick Goals page quickly, each of these score heading cells contains a link to the 10 Quick Goals page. Clicking these cells takes you to the top of the page where the needs categories and virtues panels are. And this cell takes you to the bottom of the page where the life skills panels are. I suggest not taking more than 10 minutes to fill in these 10 quick goals after scoring your charts. And that covers the 10 Quick Goals page. Here on the home page are button links to the written version of the GAJ pages instructions that I covered in this video, as well as a button link to the daily review instructions, which are much shorter. It will only take you 5 minutes to read what's contained on this page, which explains how to do quick and effective daily reviews, as well as why you will benefit from doing them. And that brings us to the last section to cover, the summary and full track pages. Each of the session pages allows you to see your previous week's scores here on the session page. The summary and full track pages track your scores over a 12-session period. If you do weekly daily reviews, they will provide you a snapshot of a 3-month period of your life. The summary page summarizes the needs categories, cornerstone virtues, foundational virtues, the combined virtues, and the life skill total scores. The full track pages have a separate line for each of the chart items, as well as total scores. It is very interesting to view these results once you become more familiar with your PLA and have some sessions under your belt, and to see your scores improve over time. For example, if your combined chart scores were 60% and you improved just 2% per week, your overall score would rise to 84% in 12 weeks. And I assure you, if you achieve that goal, you would feel significantly better about your life. And the HCR life skills are the daily practices that will help you achieve this kind of growth. Okay, we've covered a lot of material, and now we're at the end, so thank you so much for watching.